Alrighty boys, one and done today. You can see two trades here on my chart, but I only actually did take this one trade down here. This one was kind of a live test. Did hit TP, but I might have not got filled because this thing literally, like if I zoom in, that thing literally got filled to the tick. So I don't even know if I actually would have got filled on that. We did take one trade and it was a dub. So we are now up. I think we were up, and I don't remember. I want to say we were up 60 points as of yesterday, which now means we are up 100 points on the week, which is awesome. It's only Wednesday. Today's price action was fucking stellar. The last couple days price action has been very similar, and the way that price has been moving in general has been quite similar. Usual, we will just go on ahead and replay over here to market open. Only zone I had drawn out was this low right down here. If you zoom out onto the 5-minute, we kind of have a lot of imbalance to the upside, but we also have a lot of imbalance to the downside. I was favoring shorts today. Going into market open, 5-minute Hikinashi was also red as well, so I was favoring the short side, and I ended up taking two long setup. Another thing today goes to show sometimes you will play against your bias. Sometimes your bias switches. You know, for me, I trade on the smaller time frame, so my bias is subject to changing a lot throughout the day, and it did today. But yeah, anyway, didn't really have any zones marked out. I had these higher time frame, just areas of liquidity drawn out. I also just took note of like these highs up here before market open. Looking at this thing, I see we closed below these three relative equal lows right here, even close and hold below this low right here. I'm thinking we're going to come down, keep dumping, target these lows, and then maybe try to fill this whole imbalance. So that's what I was thinking going into market open. Drop back down onto the 1-minute chart where I actually execute my trades. We'll go ahead and mark out 9:30 a.m. open with that red line. You already know how we do things around here. Also, by the way, guys, we hit 600 subscribers, steadily growing. We're gonna get to 1K. Also, I'm kind of annoyed because my OBS, actually, I guess my computer ran out of disk storage space. This first trade I recorded in hit TP, but my OBS stopped recording halfway through the trade, or actually right when I was about to hit TP, the recording stopped because I ran out of space on my computer. I just had to spend the last 20 minutes deleting like a lot of video footage from my computer to free up some space, even just to record this. So anyway, market opens, nothing really crazy. We do end up dumping a little bit off rip. We close below the zone. Perfect. Now I'm looking for some shorts. We retest this zone right here. However, that's a very bullish candle. So even though I am looking for shorts, I am keeping in mind just to be cautious, not to be used as liquidity. So now I am looking for some more bearish confirmation. I'm looking for us to hold below this low and then show me a little bit of bearish confirmation to actually get in the trade. This candle right here, didn't like that bottom wick. Next candle, again, closed green. That's a pretty bullish candle right there. Next candle right here, this thing closed kind of bearish. You could have taken your entry off of this, but I also just went ahead and looked at the 2-minute right here. This was prior to this candle, so it was these two candles right here, and those obviously, even though they close red, have pretty big bottom wicks. On the 3-minute as well, bottom wick right there. So I was not entirely sold on shorts just yet. If you did end up taking this entry, it's not a bad entry. Just for me, I wanted to see a little bit more confirmation. I didn't like how those wicks were looking on the 2-minute time frame and the 3-minute time frame, so I actually didn't take this trade, but it did end up dumping right there. If you were to fill right there, stop loss would have been above, you know, these previous highs, so that's good, and you would have hit 40 point CP on that, so that's good. You would have taken a W on shorts there if you did take it. Me personally, like I said, I just kind of wanted to see a little bit more confirmation, maybe hold a little bit more here. Like if this candle closed down here, I probably would have actually went ahead and taken that setup, but I didn't anyway. Now I see we start to reverse a little bit. 5-minute Hikinashi turns green on this candle right here, so now I flip my bias to the long side. I also zoomed out a little bit just to see if we took out any lows. You can see we took out these lows from down here. I'm like, okay, you can consider that a liquidity sweep. Zoom back in onto the smaller time frame on the 1-minute. We broke structure back to the upside. You know, 5-minute Hikinashi turned green right here, as you can see. So I'm like, okay, now I'm looking for longs. We also have this imbalance that we have to fill, so I am liking a long setup now. Ended up taking my entry right here upon the close of this candle. I got a pretty good fill on this one, a couple points lower than after that candle closed. I just waited for a little pullback, got filled, took this entry. We broke structure to the upside, just everything like I said. These two candles right here, nice bottom wicks. This candle closed red, but nice bottom wick. Then the next candle closed very bullish right there. Also, you can see very bullish candle here, very bullish candle here. Sellers tried to come in, buyers just stepped right back into very bullish back-to-back candles. 2-minute time frame, once again, extremely bullish candles. Even right here, this 2-minute close right there that I took my entry on, that's a super bullish candle. If you go out on the 5-minute, you know, everything was really just lining up for longs right here at this area. So I went ahead and took it. We just shot up right away, had a little bit of pullback right there. Was just super confident in this thing. This thing just literally trended straight up. Like, look how beautiful that just move up is. That is just a clean, straight move up, which is, you know, exactly what we like to see. So that's how I took my first dub today. That was the only trade that I took. We'll go over this trade. It was just kind of a live test. I didn't actually take it because I'm up really good on the week now, and at this point, when I'm up this much on a week, I like to kind of step back and preserve capital. Yes, I could make more, but you always have to think of it in a sense like I could lose more as well. So anyway, we closed back above this zone, which is this low from earlier that I still had marked out. Still was liking this zone being here. Also kept in mind this little area of consolidation that we had. We broke above and we're holding above that. So now I want to see us hold above this, give it some time. We actually do hold above it very well. You can see right here, retested, boom, retested, boom, retested, boom, retested, boom. So every time we came back into this zone and retested, we just shot right back out. 5-minute Hikinashi still holding green. One thing to consider is that we have these highs right here. This could be considered a zone since we rejected off of it here, here, and here. So this is kind of a bigger zone, but on the higher time frame, I am anticipating us to continue up after we have shown extreme strength, especially on the 5-minute right here, to fill the rest of this imbalance, maybe up to here or maybe up to here. Anyway, back onto the 1-minute chart after seeing all these pops like this and holding above this zone so clearly. Once again, 5-minute Hikinashi staying green. I am really liking a long setup right now. Would have ended up probably taking it somewhere around here. I wanted my stop loss to be below the zone, so I went ahead and marked it out. I'm like, okay, my entry is going to want to be right here. That ended up getting hit right there, so we filled right there. And then this thing actually, once again, I didn't end up taking this trade, but it is a good setup. This thing actually got hit to the tick. Now I'm a little sussed out by this because Tradevate, broker, and trading view are slightly different, so this actually could have had a possibility to not get filled on Tradevate, and I'm kind of glad in hindsight that I didn't actually take this trade because it was a little sus, because, you know, technically TradingView saying that we got filled. However, this thing would have absolutely dumped, and if we exit out onto replay mode right now, this thing actually would have ended up getting stopped out if we didn't get filled right there. So maybe I luckily got a perfect entry on that, but it wasn't a, you know, I won't really give this an A+ setup just because we were kind of taking a risk. We kind of were rolling the dice of saying we're going to break these highs and just fill the rest of this imbalance. You can see we didn't actually end up filling the rest of this imbalance up to here. This right here, I'm going to give an A setup. Really like that setup down there. This right here, I'm going to give an A setup as well. Honestly, I'm going to give both of these setups an A. Gonna go into tomorrow only looking to take an A+ setup. Gonna go into Friday only looking to take an A+ setup. I'm up extremely healthy on the week, so I'm gonna go into tomorrow and Friday knowing that and wanting to preserve capital. I'm kind of gonna take my foot off the gas a little bit for the rest of this week until the weekend, and then come Monday we can get our foot fully back on the gas again. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much again for the support recently. Everything's been crazy, and you know, we're locked in, we're grinding. Hope you guys traded well today if you did trade, but that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you tomorrow.